Hello kids! Today we're going to talk about the 4 steps problem solving. But before that, have you ever been unable to solve an issue on your homework? Or perhaps you struggled with how to resolve a conflict with a friend? And once we've learned with these 4 steps, you will be able to apply these steps to any problem you come across. So the 4 steps problem solving are: understand, devise a plan, carry out the plan, and the last is evaluate or solve. So when we talk about these 4 steps, understand, devise a plan, carry out the plan, evaluate or solve. In mathematics, we cannot just read, we cannot just look, but we need to understand the issue. So first thing that we need to do is we have to understand the problem. After we understand the problem, we have to devise a plan to address the issue. And once we devise a plan, we are going to carry out the plan. And finally, we have to evaluate or solve the problem. So like for example, if we're going to relate it to our everyday life situations, the first 4 is understand. So if we are given the problem, my phone battery is dead and I want to make a phone call. So this is the problem. My phone battery is dead and I want to make a phone call. Next is what information is given. The information given is I know my phone is dead and I know I want to make a phone call. Those are the information is given. And now what is being asked? How can I make a phone call? With this, you need to understand the problem. Say, my phone battery is dead and I want to make a phone call. And what information is given? I know my phone is dead and I know I want to make a phone call. And what is being asked? How can I make a phone call? So this is for us to understand the problem. After we understand, we are going to devise a plan. So to devise a plan, what strategy can be used? Let's think like this. Borrow a phone from a friend or a family member? Or go to a store or a library to borrow a phone? Okay, so we already have a devise a plan. Let's say, borrow a phone from a friend or from a family member. These are the devise plan that we can do. So we can devise a plan. We are going to plan what's the next steps that we need to do in order for us to make a phone call. And to carry out the plan, if we already have the plan, to carry out the plan, for example, if we go to our friend to borrow the phone, we are going to explain what's happening to our phone and why we're gonna borrow their phone. So that's to carry out the plan in order for us to resolve the issue. We will explain that our phone is dead and we cannot make a phone call for us to be able to borrow her or his phone. And the next is to evaluate or solve the problem. Does your answer make sense? Is it gonna make sense if we're going to borrow a phone from a friend or from a family member in order for us to make a phone call? Yes, it makes sense. Borrowing a phone from my friend or a family member is a solution to my problem. And next is, did you answer the question as? Yes, I found a way to make a phone call. Lastly is, can you check your work to confirm if the problem is solved? Yes, I can make the call from a borrowed phone to confirm that the solution is solved. Okay, so here is another example. 3 4 times 5. In math, we cannot just look at this. We cannot just read it. But we need to use the 4 steps problem solving. We need to understand, devise a plan, carry out a plan, evaluate or solve it. In order for us to apply those 4 steps, we have to first understand it. We have to read the question, multiply. Write your answer as a mixed number in the simplest form. 4 times 3 equals 12 plus 3 equals 15. And we have to copy the denominator. Times 5. So since this is only 5 and there is no denominator here, so this automatically, we have to put 1 as a denominator. So times 5, 1 equals, so 15 times 5 equals 75. 4 times 1, there is no other common denominator for this. So 15 times 5 equals 75, 4 times 1 equals 4. 75 divided by 4 equals 18. 4 times 8 equals 32. 3. 4 times 1 equals 4 plus 3 equals 7. 75 minus 72 equals 3. So, to write it in a simplest form, we have to copy the quotient, the remainder, and the divisor. So this is the correct answer. Here we apply the 4 steps. We understand, we devise a plan, we carry out the plan, and we resolve the issue. So now we understand of why the 4 steps problem solving is very important, because it can develop critical thinking and problem solving skills, improves decision making abilities, increases efficiency and effectiveness in tackling challenges. It can build confidence in our ability to solve problems. Okay class, so that's it for now. If you have any questions or clarifications, please feel free to ask.